We are only eating Filipino food for a whole day in New York City. We're Kristin and Will, and we're on a mission to find the best food in New York. Today, we're at the Philippines Fest, one of the largest Filipino food festivals in the country, to try as much food as we can. Oh, and we've never actually had Filipino food before, so it should be interesting.
We just got here and there is a lot going on. So many people, vendors. It was so busy that we had to duck down a side street to talk to you guys. But there's one of these festivals one Sunday each month in the summer from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and they're in a different location of the city. Today we're in Park Slope, Brooklyn. I am so excited to try some Filipino food. Like Will said, this is our first time trying it and we've been waiting for this moment for so long. We want to take a trip there so bad, but because it's our first time, we scoured the internet and made a list of 10 things we have to try, and we're gonna try to find as many of these as we can today. Honestly, I don't know what any of these foods are though, but I'm excited to find out. Oh, looks like we found our first thing. Hi. Yeah, you're welcome. What is this exactly? Like you're just...
It's a cookie.
Gluten-free cookies?
Yes,
okay.
Has coconut sugar.
Oh, it's healthy. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Excited to try. I guess I'll be on their social. I don't know. Okay, so we got ourselves our first food, pork lumpia, and we also got some free cookies on our way over, so we'll try these for you too. Apparently they're gluten-free, coconut sugar, very healthy, so excited to give that a try. But let's try this pork lumpia. We got a chili sauce and a sweet chili sauce. It smells so good and they're so nice and hot. I got a lot of this sauce in it. Wow. That is so good. The pork is so flavorful, and then the outer shell is like a very thin rice paper, kind of like a crispy spring roll coating. This is delicious. Oh my goodness. Today's gonna be a good day. That sauce did add a little sweetness, which I really like with that savory pork. But let's try this side now. I see pepper flakes in there, so I have a feeling this is gonna be a little spicier. It's spicier, it's more savory. I taste the pepper flavor. I think I prefer the sweet sauce a little bit more, but both are really good.
They seem to be selling these at just about every single stall here, so it was pretty easy to find, but let's give it a go. Wow, these are so good.
All right, 1 down, 9 to go, but let's try these cookies. So I've never had these before, but I actually have heard of them. Apparently, the Twitch streamer Pokimane started a company where she's making gluten-free, healthy cookies with coconut sugar. Let's give one a try. They actually kind of taste like Oreos. They're like a little bit more chalky and not as creamy, but not bad. We spotted another one.
Chicken Adobo, one banana fritter?
Yeah, just one's fine. Thank you. Thank you. Let's try this. All right, so I can't really hold everything and eat it, so we're gonna use these city bikes as a table for now. But we found one more thing. We got chicken adobo, and we couldn't help but try this banana fritter. Is that what it's called?
Pretty sure.
Looks delicious.
I'm also getting a bit worried about hitting all of our 10, so it's time to start trying some things off the list.
Yeah, I think there's a few things on this list we're not gonna be able to find, so. Don't wanna drop anything. This chicken adobo looks so good. It looks so fresh, and she like drizzled this homemade sauce on top. There's rice underneath. All right, let's try it. Oh my goodness. It's definitely a heavy dish, but it's so savory, it's so oily. The chicken is so tender. It's melting in my mouth. Delicious. All right, now let's go into this banana fritter. Wow, this tastes like a dessert. It's like a fried plantain on steroids. I love how crunchy the outside is. It kind of tastes like a glazed donut with delicious bananas on the inside. It's kind of tropical.
You said that it has jackfruit in it too.
Yeah, it does. It does taste like it has something else in it. Like kind of tastes like pineapple-y, but maybe that's the jackfruit. Delicious. You're definitely gonna like this.
The flavors are actually pretty subtle, so it's kind of a nice thing for us beginners to try. But it really does bring out the flavor of the chicken. It's tender, but also a little bit fatty. And honestly, like this with the rice doesn't it just looks like white rice, but just from the sauce that's getting in there and a little bits of chicken, it's so flavorful on its own too. All right, let's try this banana fritter. This table is honestly hilarious.
It really works.
Yeah, it does work. Probably gonna be back here. Oh, this is so sticky. That's so good. It absolutely does taste like a fried plantain crossed with a pineapple. I don't know if I've ever had jackfruit on its own before, so maybe that's what we're tasting, but that outer shell is nice and crispy, delicious.
2 down, 8 to go. The Lechon and the Sisig. We were getting a little thirsty, so while we're waiting for our next 2 dishes, we figured we'd try this hibiscus juice. It looks so nice and refreshing. Wow. It's sweeter than I was expecting. I definitely taste like really fruity notes. It kind of seems like there's hints of pineapple in there too. It's like really tropical. We found 2 more things, the Lechon and the Sisig. These were a lot more expensive than I was expecting, and we waited 40 minutes, so hopefully they're good. I'm gonna start with the Lechon. We wanted to get the Lechon kawali, which is deep fried, but they were out of it, so we settled on the slow roasted one. Looks like there's really thick chunks of meat, and they're over this rice ball, which looks really crunchy. I'm gonna dip it in this sauce. All right, let's try it.
That was a massive bite.
5 minutes later.
This is delicious. The meat is so tender, and there's little bits of fat on the outside, which add so much flavor. It's so savory and oily, and this rice ball that it's under is just so crunchy and adds that like texture that it needs. All right, now let's try this Sisig. This is just okay. I just feel like the meat's a little bit chewy. It's a little too fatty for me. I feel like it's also lacking a flavor. I don't know, I'm excited to see what you think.
I wonder how much street food you can get in the Philippines for $40. That is pretty crazy. And when you wait 45 minutes, I feel like it's not street food at that point anymore. But let's try this Lechon. Wow, it is so packed with flavor. And I was expecting it to be pretty fatty, but it really isn't too fatty at all. All right, let's try this Sisig. Surprisingly much fattier than that one, but also less flavorful, which is kind of weird. I don't think that this one is really all that fresh, but I don't know, this one's just not that great. Well, we still have a few more to bang out, so we'll finish these and then see what else we can find.
2 more down. I cannot believe we've only done 4 and we've spent like $80. We got a long way to go. Let's keep eating. We've been struggling to find the things on our list, so we decided to go to the place with the longest line, and it actually moved very quick, but they only sell skewers. A lot of them are already sold out, but they recommended the Fishball and the Baboy. I guess I'll start with this one. Wow, that is incredible. It's grilled pork and it is so flavorful. It also seems like there's some sort of glaze on it. It's like a little bit sweet, a little smoky from the grill. This is unbelievable. Okay, now let's try this Fishball. Do you know what kind of fish it is?
No idea.
Okay. That is not what I was expecting at all. Not a huge fan. to be honest. It's like pretty fishy. Yeah, this one's a little strange.
We have had a ton of pork today. I love the sweet glaze that's on it. It's not chewy, and it tastes like it's fresh off the grill, which it really is. Like everything at this stall, they're just throwing on the grill right in front of you, and everything comes out like super quick. That's really good. All right, I'm curious how these are gonna be. It almost has like kind of a clam or mussel flavor, but it's like pillowy at the same time. And I do feel like they could be a little bit crispier. They're just kind of soft. I don't not like them, but they're definitely not my favorite either.
Hi. So good news and bad news. We walked around the rest of the festival and unfortunately couldn't find any of the other savory items on our list. We also lost the pen, so we wouldn't be able to check them off anyway. But good news is we found these Ube Pork Sliders, which look delicious. And how cute are they? You could see the little cheese melting. There's a small slice of tomato. I love how the bun's purple. How fun are these? All right, let's give it a try. That is unbelievable. The pork is so flavorful. I also love like the sweetness it has to it. I think the sweetness comes from a sauce they put on top and the ube bun. I love how it tastes like a little subtle hint of sweet potato, not too much. It's just like such a great compliment to the pork and the sweet sauce on top and this little bit of cheese. This is to die for. I'm so glad we tried these.
Honestly, I was a little bit surprised because when you say pork slider, I don't know why I feel like my brain just goes to like a pulled pork slider, but this almost looks like a little burger patty. Let's give it a go. There is so much going on here. It's like a perfect smoky, salty, sweet combination. It's so good. It's so unexpected. That tomato and the cheese just complement so well. And I love how they torch the cheese so that it's melty. Wow, delicious.
Time to find some dessert. Just get a single scoop of the ube. Thank you so much. Look at how gorgeous this is. I'm obsessed with the color. We got ourselves some ube ice cream, and how beautiful is this color? We wanted to get Hallow, but we didn't see it anywhere. It's like shaved ice with cream, but I'm not complaining about this. It looks delicious, so creamy. Let's give it a try. Wow. It's a very subtle ube flavor. Honestly, it tastes more like vanilla to me with like a hint of something extra. This doesn't really taste sweet potato-ish to me at all. It has like an extra sweetness element that tastes a little bit more natural, which I appreciate. Super refreshing, and it's so creamy.
Wow, that's so different. Maybe like a vanilla almond kind of flavor, but it's really good and it's so refreshing. Oh, they were also out of cones, which we wanted to get. I'm kind of glad we didn't get a cone because this thing is melting so fast, but it is certainly hitting the spot.
Thank you. So we found one more thing to try. It's called Buko Pandan. Buko translates to young coconut, and pandan is like a plant that I guess has hints of hazelnut and vanilla, maybe a little nutmeg. So this has like squares of jello and then little tapioca balls. It's really cold, it's pretty icy. Let's try it. Wow, better than I was expecting, to be honest, because it just looks like a really random assortment of things. It's like chewing on jello, and then there's bites of coconut in there, and then these little tapioca balls just kind of like melt in your mouth. It's really coconutty, which I love, and it's super refreshing. It almost reminds me of like a spin on an Italian ice. It's really good.
Honestly, it tastes a lot like coconut oil maybe. There's some pieces of shaved coconut in there. The tapioca stuff gives it a nice little texture, but the flavors are amazing. I think all of that pandan really like adds to the coconut flavor. It is a little icy, which is great for a nice hot day like this. This is so good. I might even like this more than the ube. Well, it was so much fun trying so many new things today, but definitely let us know if there are any things we missed. We honestly knew very little about most of the things we were trying today, so we would love to hear from you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you liked the video, and we'll see you in the next one.